A very good, pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Bucks County Curling Club for the 2019 His and Hers Bonspiel. It's our final first draw of the event. And it's between the Potomac Curling Club and a combination of Plainfield and Finger Lakes. For Potomac, it's Team Laura, Lauren, and Honorary Laura. Skipped by the Honorary Laura, Courtney Shaw. Vice by Laura Hewer. Seconded by Laura Yee. And Lauren Luthi is the lead. For the Plainfield team, the Bad News Bears, it's skipped by 2019 Elizabeth Challenge champion Caitlin Statkus. Her vice is Jennifer Muscat. Her second is Sarah Mogilevich. And her lead is Melanie Walter. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined here in the booth by Joe Weber. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Dave. How you doing? Yeah, potted me down there.
Joe.
Hello, Dave. How you doing there?
Turn the pot up. It works a lot better, doesn't it? That was a great transition till I messed that up.
That's all right. That's all right. All right, so we got what? We have 3 Lauras and a Courtney. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we got three.
Nice.
Yeah, we got 3 Lauras and a Courtney, and no doubt we'll be able to pick up some sound from the ice shed. And it is Plainfield winning the toss, so it will be Potomac throwing blue stones. And Plainfield will have the hammer, the last rock in the first end, and they will be throwing red stones. We'll be giving you updates from around the shed as the afternoon goes on. It looks like Caitlin's electing to play well, nice and conservative in the beginning and keep it nice and open. The first stone came in the house and throwing a hit. And
well, she's not going to get that hit.
It does look like it is over curling.
It's always interesting, you know, you throw in, you test the other team's leads, you see if their leads can take one out.
Yeah, it's always interesting. That first stone in the top 4 in the first end's not always a bad idea. Gives you a chance to get your feet under you. Pressures are on this one. It's on its way down. It's going to end up being tight to the house. Skitter in to be a 4.
It'll be a little biter, actually full 12. Maybe a little closer than they would have liked. I think they'll try that hit again.
They are calling for the hit indeed. Little wobble out of the hack there by Lauren.
Yeah, pretty wide on that delivery. I don't think that's going to come back.
So, Joe, I have good news.
What's that?
Since running the grill, I do not need to go to the spa to get my knuckles waxed.
Wow. Got a little toasty there, huh? A little toasty.
Just a little singe. I hope everybody enjoyed lunch.
There was a little extra fiber in that burger I ate. Was that what you're telling me?
It went someplace. I don't know where it went. So now looking to cover that all up, and
I think looking to cover up, but that's going to, I think, curl and not cover it up. I think it's going to curl and leave those open.
It does look to be a little bit narrow, so now Courtney is electing to kind of call an audible here and try to bring the rock into the house.
Something high, it's all right.
It's not bad at all.
Still not what Red wants to see. They're looking at too many blue.
Yep, so the call is for an upweight hit. make some blue stuff go away.
It's going to be pretty tough to get it through there and miss. I think they'll get something. Although that's narrow, that might overcurl or miss altogether. I think their sweepers are holding it.
They're going to have to hurry. They're on the way down. And they do get they do get one, and shimming to be second shot. Not a bad outcome at all. Over on sheet A, we have Plainfield versus Nutmeg. We have John DeYoung's rink against Nathan Holm from Nutmeg. On sheet C, we have another ladies event. We have Michelle Sheffer from Bucks County against Marie Rose from Pittsburgh. And on sheet D, we have Ian Alexander flying the flag of the Philadelphia Curling Club, even though he's a card-carrying member here, against Plainfield.
We'll have to talk to Ian about that a little bit later.
We will. Plainfield skipped by Andy Eaton. Oh, sorry, it's Denver, actually.
Here, Denver has 2 teams here this weekend.
They do indeed, and I got confused because I see John Gephardt on that team, and John's a Plainfield member. I see another Plainfield member, so now I'm really, I see 3 Plainfield members, so now I'm really confused.
Oh, did I mark the wrong team there?
I think so, because
for D,
that's definitely the team with.
For D, we have Ian Alexander and Jim Barch, Plainfield. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're doing now. There we go. Gotcha. I was reading that.
You were reading this, and this was the last game. Yes, that's. So yes.
See, I could read the other 3 in front of me, and I knew the players.
Sheet D's far away. Too hard to read those.
Yeah, I can't quite. I can't quite read that. So it's going to be another Potomac Stone stacked in there now, and that's going to start to cause some measure of concern here for Plainfield. And Caitlin's doing what I thought she would do. She's, saying, okay, just time to get one of ours in there.
Get something in.
Don't think that's enough ice, Joe.
I mean, that's definitely going to crash. Maybe she'll throw a little wide and save her skip here.
Pull a Roland.
Oh, she's definitely out wide.
Also appears to be just a touch heavy.
Maybe that's sailing right on through.
Our ice has been running pretty fast. We've been in the 25 and a half second range.
And this is their first game on our ice, so it's always tough for outside teams to adjust to Bucks ice. That is going to stop.
With that being said, that looks pretty damn good.
And I can only see half of it from our end of the ice.
Yeah, I see a good half from where I'm sitting.
So they can get to it and get it out.
Oh, that's definitely the call. Courtney's asking what they can see. Asking for a normal up weight, so that's going to be about a 9 or 9.5 second wait. And that's already on the guards.
Out of her hand, they're calling to sweep it. She's going to be a pretty good sweeper, but that is going to just curl too much. Gets by the guard and hits their own out.
Nancy, I'm glad I could keep you happy at home.
All right. And actually, that shot moved their blue rocks around enough to hide the red, and now you can only see about a quarter of the red stone. So I think she's just gonna guard this up. Maybe she's calling a draw down to it, but I'd be okay with just blocking it up a little.
I agree. And folks watching at home, feel free to chime in on the comments. We'll get a phone or laptop up to pay attention to that if I can get a charger.
Sweepers are on this. I think they're looking to
That
pull
looks
it
real.
in, but I'm all right with leaving it
real
high.
good. Looks real good. What? That does leave a double takeout available.
I was afraid of drawing down to it that it's going to leave the double. If anything, it leaves a wide open takeout for the shot rock.
And Courtney Shaw, is quite an accomplished curler, so this double is definitely a shot that she has in the bag.
Now again, with that ice, I would think she'd have to throw a little up weight at this.
Yeah, I think it's a firm normal. So Laura and Lauren on the sweep.
I think it's always Laura and Laura on the sweep.
That's pretty safe.
I think it's always Laura and Laura on the sweep on this one, but. All right, just that one go. It's out enough where I think it'll work back. Maybe not for the double, but
I think it looks good. I think you got to sweep if you want the double. Here it comes in. Get the one and not the other. It jams in pretty flush.
Boy. And now red is buried.
It is red one dead buried. They do have the hammer, but it's gonna be tough to score 2 or 3 here.
Yeah, if you guard it up, you're pretty much saying I want my one and that's it.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Caitlin's going to draw another one in there.
Yeah. The risk is you draw into it, you might leave her a second shot at that double.
That's 100% correct. And she's had a chance to look at it.
Now this is Caitlin up.
Yep.
She's no rookie to our ice.
Yep, she was the winner of the Child's Challenge that we hosted here in March.
Looks pretty heavy. That's coming in pretty good, pretty fast. That is.
Oh, that's board weight. And well, really fortunate not to take out her own rock.
Well, she moved it over to the other side to make Potomac think about, do we draw in on the other side and sit down on that one? Just for a moment they thought about it. And now they think better. They'll just draw in on this side, on the open side, see if they can get one in right to the tee. You don't want to get behind the tee. You want to stay full 8 if you can, but get buried a little. Use that red to your advantage. Use that one rock to your advantage behind you. So any takeout opportunity might jam and leave your stone there.
All right, so Courtney's going to try to draw in under cover here and really put the screws in for a steal. You ever make this shot, it is never going away.
So they can use that red rock to their advantage if they can park in front of it somewhere.
All right, the Lauras are on it, and then they're off it. It looks like it's going to curl up and be on the guard. So it will be a free draw for 2 to full 8 foot for Plainfield and Caitlin.
So Caitlin's last draw went sailing through the house. We'll see if she can dial that back a little bit.
Yeah, there's always a danger of the over adjustment at this point, but So it's the hammer at the final rock of the second end. Caitlin Statkus from Plainfield Curling Club trying to score a deuce.
Yep. Take a lot of ice. You don't have to worry about, just take the guards out of play. Take a lot of ice. You have the whole side of the house to come into.
Absolutely, Joe. There's plenty of room there. This one also appears to be just a bit toasty.
Just a bit.
It's going to be close.
How hard can she dig? Dig hard, dig hard. And she does.
It will be enough, so it will be just a score of 1 for Plainfield. Caitlin not thrilled with her effort there, but be able to adjust and bounce back the next end. So after one end of play, it is Plainfield 1, Potomac nothing.
Getting the 1 after how that end's set up.
Oh,
that's a good escape.
That's a hell of an outcome.
I know she could have had the 2, but there was a danger of putting up a big number for blue there.
That could have sucked in a big way. So coming in the second end, the calls for a center guard, a tight guard to the rings. We are abiding by the 5-rock rule, meaning the no stones that are outside the house can be removed until the 6th rock of the end.
Which does not come into play that often. Not much more than the traditional 4-rock rule.
That's true. It does help people who do not have, who have the hammer, gives them a little bit of a better chance to try to come back.
But that guard went sailing on through.
All right, and so now we're going to log on to our live stream here so we can answer your comments. And
I'm sure there's hundreds, Dave. Hundreds of followers.
There's thousands of people listening to us right now. And they are all dying to hear our opinions on their comments.
Our supers were on a little, off a little, so the weight's got to be pretty close.
Yeah, they're just looking for a corner guard here.
Skips way up there, so it's going to be a pretty high one. It's all right.
I've always found that if I walk a little bit further up in the house and lay the broom down, it helps the shooter to take some weight off of it.
It does. It's just it's an individual thing. You see the person closer, and you tend to deliver a little less.
I absolutely agree.
All right. A little fall on her delivery here.
It looks to be hot again.
Yeah, yep. Tricky when you fall. Now, she did get on the outside, which is a little frosty, so that might...
It's going to dig in and stick in the house. It's going to be in the back of the house.
All right, so kind of a funky delivery. Maybe that'll come into play and make the end a little interesting. We'll see how that affects her strategy.
It's in there, but it's never getting any closer.
So it looks like we're just trying to draw behind their corner guard. I don't think they're going to draw behind it. If anything, they'll get up another overlapping guard.
And that's not the worst thing.
If they can go hard, get that over. There we go.
Yeah, it's well over. It's a solid 1 guard. So let's see what the game plan is here from Caitlin. She is going to use those guards of Potomac and draw under herself.
She's just going to draw in from the inside there, from the intern side. Don't play with the outside. Don't.
I just loved watching you figure out which side was the intern, which side was the outturn.
I got to think. I got to reverse everything. And there we go.
Well, it's a little narrow. They're going to have to get past the guard. They're on it hard. The Laras are on it.
Yep. It's definitely not going to make it to
it's
the
not
house.
the Lars. Wrong team for the Lars.
Not. Ooh, so she's calling a draw behind the guards, but I don't know if you can get through that port and still get to the house.
Well, we're going to find out momentarily. Laura throws it.
So she's got to squeeze by the inside of that red one right down the center line.
It's still
she's gonna
on
wreck
the guard.
it.
It's gonna make it pass. It's clear now. And now they're going to be on it. Both Lauras are sweeping.
Well,
Passed it and sucking it right underneath. That is a fine curling shot.
Hell of a shot. But you had to skinny the one guard and skinny the other. There was
if somebody named Pat Jolly was by a cowbell, she'd be ringing it right now.
So they're buried pretty good.
That was a hell of a shot. So now the call is to try to follow that down. That's going to be a heck of an act. Got to hold the line. Have to hold the line. They are on it.
That's the trick.
Got to hold the line, and they're going to be on the guard. Roll into the house and end up just biting the 8-foot.
So now what do? We guard that. We close up the port, draw right back down into it. She's going to elect to draw right down into it.
Yeah, Courtney just going to go right where she came from. So Laura throws it. This is going to be a real easy game to call, Joe.
Laura. I like that. That is not going to get off the guard. It's going to clip it. Maybe that's not terrible. Oh, it does roll away, so that opens things up.
That's less than ideal. So now there's a chance to get out of the end right now for Plainfield. And Caitlin's going to try for it.
A little heavy draw down into it, maybe?
Yeah, well,
it's tight ice. It's come a little heavier.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't see a weight call.
No, but with that ice, you're thinking more like maybe hack or board.
Hack or board, yeah. Sorry, I was in Minnesota last week, so I got a couple extra yas in me.
Couple, all right.
Yeah, you betcha, for sure.
And that's actually looking pretty good. That's going to break right in.
It's got to move. It's going to clear the front guard. And come on down and make a beautiful takeout.
What a shot. It's going to clear that right out.
Very nice shot. Courtney's going to counter with a hit and roll. She's going to hit and roll underneath her own color. I think I'd take the other turn.
Take the guards out of play.
Yeah.
Right? Because now she has to skinny that top blue. And if she doesn't, which she didn't, she's going to hit and roll the other way.
Yeah, the Lars are sweeping hard.
They'll hit it. They won't roll to where they wanted.
Going to lose the shooter. Probably jam on the back one. So they do get shot stone out of that whole mess.
They get shot out of it. That's a good outcome. Good plan B.
It's a very good outcome. I'm sure you heard a lot about good outcomes with your last color commentator.
That's right. Wayne's always talking about
what's the acceptable outcome?
Acceptable outcomes.
Outcome.
So Caitlin, I think opting to draw down to that shot rock. It's buried pretty good. It's going to be hard to draw down to it.
I'd be drawing underneath the blues, but...
And this is heavy and wide, and that's going to be no good.
That's not drawn to anything.
That's
drawn to the backboards.
It's full control, if not normal takeout weight, it seemed like. All right.
So now Courtney's going to split the house underneath her own guards, trying to make sure she can get a solid deuce out of this at least. 3 is definitely in play at this point.
She can get one to the other side, and Mick's going to make it really tough for Plainfield to do anything with this. Sweepers were on it, now they quit. Maybe carrying a little more than they expected.
Just a little bit heavy.
A little heavier than they thought.
Well, it's the second end. We've had a good number of rocks come down.
Yep. I think they got fooled by the
We're getting up to speed.
end-to-end switch.
We're getting up to speed by this point. We've been scraping every 2 draws, which has been keeping the ice quite keen.
Yeah, hats off to our ice crew here. We really do what we can to keep things going. Even on a bonspiel, we have game after game after game. We get that ice turned around so fast.
And like many clubs in GNCC, we're all volunteers. Actually, I was with our ice crew chief for the weekend, Greg Danks, yesterday working on the ice. And it starts to storm a bit. And the storm drain in the back by the back door clogged up.
It's clogged a bit, I've noticed.
And just a bit of water, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 gallons, starts to come through. And eventually was able to wade through the lake and get it unclogged and get it moving again. But
you got up on the roof there?
No, not that. That's a different lake. Out in the backyard.
Oh, in the backyard. So Caitlin was trying the same drawdown that she called for her vice. Just didn't get around.
That though, that might be shot now.
It's hard to tell who is shot. It's probably, we'll know based on what they're calling. If they're calling to split the house, they must think they're still shot. Blue. They must think the blue rock is still shot if they're...
Yeah, but I don't think so. I really think that red rock is shot.
Maybe they didn't take a careful enough look.
Or...
There we go. Now
there it is.
Let's see.
There it is. Courtney said, listen here, Lars.
Wait a minute. Because if that red one is shot, there we go. You gotta do something about it.
You don't necessarily have to. Drawing underneath cover to be shot is not a bad call. It's just, if you're going to do that, you got to do that.
Yeah. So I think they've agreed now, based on that body language, that red one is shot in the front.
Yeah, they think they're sitting second right now. And Courtney's still going to
draw underneath, as you said.
Yeah. Confident in her abilities. Courtney's played play downs on a number of occasions. Very accomplished curler. Her and her husband Melvin are regulars on the competitive circuit around here.
So let's see if she can adjust to the second end. Quicker ice down the center line here.
Yeah. That's about the minimum ice I would call. She's a little bit narrow.
Narrow's no good. You don't want to wreck.
They're sweeping for a line right now. It has plenty of weight. The weight's there all day.
Once they're by, they should be up. Once they know they're by, there we go.
And the weight is indeed heavy. Yeah, from the test rocks we threw yesterday, you really would have had to be about in the middle of the 4 foot for that draw.
Just a little tight. She'll figure that out by the middle of the game.
Yeah, well, now her next shot selection is going to definitely be affected by what Caitlin does here.
What does Caitlin do here? Does she try the same thing and draw under and split the house, or does she guard her shot rock? Maybe she just guards the draw in.
I think she's promoting the third shot stone. Or drawing under, kind of like a plan A, maybe split them in, plan A, plan B.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You have, as Sam Hinkie would say, optionality.
If you catch the inside of that center red rock, you can push that in and roll the shooter and be sitting 3.
And that would not suck.
That would not suck at all if you are Plainfield. It would suck a whole lot if you're Potomac.
We are rooting for the stones that are being thrown at the moment they're being thrown. Dan Cooper causing trouble at Bucks County Curling Club.
Shots away. She's definitely on the rock, which is the call for the promote.
It's going to be the promote for sure. And now the question is whether the weight is right.
Is that too much?
Might be a lot.
Yeah.
It's just good enough. So now,
when you hit, you lose a little energy, right?
Yeah.
You're not hitting square.
Right, especially if you let it curl. So what's the call for Courtney here? I'm pretty sure Courtney. Okay, Courtney's going to play to not give up a lot.
If she, so I guess she's just going to, because this is hammer.
This, yeah.
She hits and stays for, we're still saying 1 now.
For 1, yeah.
She could just draw for 1 also.
Yeah, but, it's whatever you feel more comfortable with.
It's what you feel more comfortable with, because if you hit and roll, you're giving up the 1. I guess it's...
Once again, throwing this turn that brings that guard into play.
It does not where that broom is. She's got to be coming pretty hard for how close she has that broom.
Which means you really have to make it because there's not much room
there's
to roll.
No roll. You can't roll.
So, I mean, for my dollar...
You come the other way
You come the other way with maybe a control weight. But anyway, here we go. They call it as normal.
Yep, she's pretty
It's got some
wide.
room.
It's got to come back.
It's going to come back. We're at least going to get the hit. The question
hit
is...
it and roll. I think... Being how wide that is, it's going to roll a little bit to the outside, actually a lot.
All right, it's going to roll out, and it will indeed be a steal of 1 for Plainfield.
We'll look for the official word, but I think as they decide, you never know, maybe we'll get a measure out of this. I think they've decided to measure.
And
they are looking for the device. There it is. They're going to measure.
And we'll take this opportunity to take a look around the shed. Over on sheet A, we have John DeYoung and his Plainfield rink taking 1 in the first end and a steal of 3 in the second end for a 4-0 lead over their opponents from Nutmeg. And on sheet C, we have a score of 2 for Amanda Marchitelli and her Pittsburgh rink in the first end, followed by a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Ooh, 5
for Michelle Sheffer and her rink from Bucks County Curling Club. And over on sheet D, it was Ian Alexander's rink from Philadelphia scoring 1 in the first end, and the teams were too lazy to hang the second end score.
They were, but it was Blues. Ian did not score because it looks like. Oh, maybe Ian did score. Looks like Blue had.
Yeah, it does look like it was a steal. Actually, no, there's.
Oh, there's a rock hiding back there. That's not the hack. That's a rock.
Okay, so Blue scored. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Blue scored something on D, and Blue is Plainfield. Mia's at the Barge.
All right, the excitement of the measure. So there we go, barely touching the red rock.
And not at all touching the blue.
And that swings right by. So there we go, kicking the red in as you're supposed to. Red is the scoring rock.
There you go, I'm 1-0 this weekend. It does make it a steal 1 for Plainfield. It's 2-0 after 2.
Always good, especially in a bonspiel, to have the vice push that rock into the middle so the People in the warm room can tell which one was actually the closest rock. So Caitlin continuing her good luck here at Bucks. She's going to consider this her second home.
Absolutely. You know, if you're having that kind of success.
Sweepers are on that, over curling a bit, but they want to get that close. Close, but not too close.
We went out and had,
Really nice.
had one of our members rehang the measuring device because we hang it by the point here because we find that if you hang it by the, if you ever curled at a club which has had a measuring device for a while, sometimes those feet don't move when you had to move them. And we think that that's a product of hanging it by the feet side.
Oh, just the stress.
Right.
Pulling on the metal.
It puts a little bend into it, so we hang it by the pointy side.
Didn't we used to have a picture to say hang the device this way?
We did. I don't. It's on the other side.
It's on the other side.
I see it on the far side.
Can somebody copy that photo and hang it on this side?
We have a copy here. The more you know. So we got a couple guards here. Caitlin's debating what to do. She decided to come in, but
coming in with like a tap.
She said the reference was to draw under. It's going to be quite the task. That's not an easy draw, the way those guards are staggered.
From my eye, that's a little wide. If anything, is going to catch the blue.
Yeah, going to come around the other way. This is another, maybe pulled another Roland here.
Roland's a little heavy there, huh? Oh, well.
Yeah.
So what's Courtney trying here? Same thing, she can draw under right through that court?
Yeah, that's a pretty...
it's wide open, especially from that.
Definitely a makeable draw from that turn, and especially with her using that hand. The Laura's are on it. Got to hurry past it, got to get past it, got to get past it. There you go. Now drag it in, and off you go, and you're right on the edge of the 4-foot. A very well played shot. So that stone is pretty well buried. It's at least 3/4 buried, and now Caitlin's figuring out what she's going to do with that.
Right. Thinking about drawing down to it, or?
I think she's referencing a little bit more of like a. She's looking to almost peel the guard here.
It's not a bad option
with
to
like
peel the guard.
with like an easy weight.
If you peel it from the other side, maybe you get the back one instead.
Yeah, it give you a two-way shot. So this one's coming down. It's hanging on the center line. It has to move. And you might get away with this one.
It's going to make it.
Might get away with this. Might get away. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
And do we get the red goes, blue hangs around.
It's just caught on the side. So a great effort. It just didn't come enough.
Based on that shot, there wasn't much more you could do that way.
Absolutely.
Skinny that guard as close as you can. Any heavier and you're flashing, any lighter and you're not making it by. Absolutely.
And our Bonspiel chair, Steve Johnson, doing a great job and making sure that we are well hydrated. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. I know it's not the same sound effect when Mini Beers is cracking open all the cans, but well, that was pretty funky play.
Ooh.
It leaves
Now what do you do here?
Plainfield
Now the second shot stone's wide open. It's tempting to hit that.
It really is tempting to hit it. I think she's saying forget about it and just draw behind it.
The call is to draw the pin.
I like that. It's so that blue is so far out to the outside.
Absolutely. See, this is really committing to steal here.
Even if you're narrow and you miss, you can always bump that red and you still get the same effect.
Right. The argument for the takeout is that Courtney could never score more than one.
Right. And she is narrow. She's going to be on that red.
This is going to be a raise, and it's going to raise it right on through the house.
Wow.
And now, Courtney may be shot now.
I would say it's close. She's going to go for that. Now, when she hits it, she's probably not going to end up in the house unless she can roll right or left. Otherwise, she's going to be just outside. Now, that seems pretty down weight for a takeout. What do you think?
I think it's plenty of weight. It's good. It's a solid control.
She gets it.
And not in the house, at least from our angle.
Laura's going to check it out, but I think that's not in, so she's going to play back to the... Caitlin's going to play back to the blue one in the corner. Just draw right down to it. He's going to call sweepers on for line here.
Yeah, it looks like
it's a little tight.
Pretty close to that guard. They're coming up onto it. It is indeed going to wreck. So now, I just split the house here for my money, but
she's going to play on that blue one. You don't really have to worry about it.
No, she's going to throw a split here and try to hit three.
Wow.
Usually that's something I'd wait for my last rock for.
Right, because now you could use it for other things. You can hide behind it.
Yeah, but at the same time, Caitlin could hide behind it too. So if you put it in a bad spot, you're protecting yourself. You just don't want to throw too much weight that if you miss it, you go through the house. All right, we got the Lauras on it.
We do. Definitely going to make contact with it.
Looks like more of a straight tap as opposed to a split, but going to serve a good purpose. Caitlin says, nice shot, take it out.
Nice shot, take it out. Maybe I can roll and hide somewhere.
Yeah.
Plan A, take it out. Plan B, let's see if we can hide.
They finally got around to posting this score on sheet D. It's tied 1-1 between Plainfield and Philadelphia.
We have a little stumble out of the hack here. That's going to be...
Oh, I'd sweep. He could have caught the edge of that.
Caught the edge and rolled in.
Yeah.
So sort of,
he could have had a terrible lucky shot.
So break for Potomac here. They're gonna guard that up.
I think she's calling another split.
She's calling another split with that ice, definitely. Putting on the Courtney throttle there.
Yeah, Courtney wants to score a lot this end.
They're on hard. Might not be enough to get the split, but they'll definitely push that one in.
So you got the one in. Now will the second one get on as well? Yes,
split.
you do. It's a finely well-executed shot.
Good on those sweepers. They keep the energy going there.
Yeah, and so now it is Potomac sitting 4. So now,
Caitlin's still thinking about the hit and roll.
well, Caitlin has to find a way to integrate the neighborhood here.
Well, that's
There's
pretty
a whole
wide
lot-
ice, so she's
yeah.
coming down pretty gently. Maybe she just wants to freeze on that and force the one.
I don't mind that at all, because you really have no place to hide.
Right.
If you're gonna hit that, if you hit and you roll to the right as we're looking at it, it's not a tough run for Courtney, and it's a long way to roll to the left.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, I was looking at the overhead, but
Looking at her overhead, look at the.
yeah. So flip what I said, but yeah. So yeah, the draw is a right call. These are the ones where the skip earns their money.
Got to just get one in there. Something that's not easily removed.
Got to be a good one in there, yeah. So here it comes. Caitlin utilizing the knee slider on the hack leg.
Sweepers on that early, thinking it's light. Looks like might be over curling a bit.
And that's quite light.
That is a one. Maybe the sweepers get it to a 2 guard, but not anything that's going to help them out at all.
That's not what you're looking to do. So now
Courtney's looking to guard that up.
Yeah, Courtney's looking to throw a biter.
Perfect shot to bite her here. To counter.
Yeah, Courtney has her heart set on four or more right now this end. And unless Caitlin can come up with a very fine shot with her last, she's gonna go get it.
She is going to. Caitlin's got to keep her eye out for 5 here. She's got to be a little careful. Sweepers are off. Is this too much?
I don't think it looks too bad. Now they're on it now. It appears to be a very manageable weight. It looks to be T-line by my eye. All right.
All right. They might have given Caitlin an out here.
Yeah, Caitlin needs to draw down into that pocket and give up 2.
Just limit the damage.
Give up 2 and say, have a nice day.
Yeah. All right, meanwhile, while she's figuring this out, every other sheet has hung up their third end score.
So over on sheet 8 it is a further steal for the Plainfield Rinka, John DeYoung. He is now holding a 6-0 lead. Over on sheet C, we have Michelle Sheffer from Bucks County with a steal of 3 to go on top of her score of 5, now leading Marie Rose from Pittsburgh by a score of 8-2. And it is a steal of 1 for Plainfield in the third end. So it's 2-1 Plainfield over Philadelphia and Ian Alexander. Brings us back to our final stone here.
Caitlin delivering
for Caitlin.
Sweepers on it, and then they're off.
Gotta get down to that pocket.
You can be heavy, you just can't be narrow.
The line is starting to come now. The brushes are on. They want to make sure that they're there. Looking really good. Get off of it now. Okay, that's not bad.
That's really nice. I don't know who was shot from that. But,
I think that Potomac is still shot, but that's pretty good.
Grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
Now, it is wide open, so...
It is
so with
for
that,
a hit, but where do you send it? You'd have to cross over the face and poke it out
I think it
the
can.
left side there.
I think it can, and you don't mind if you lose your one in the back because you have 4 other ones in the house. You don't mind if you lose the shooter either.
So she's going to do this. She's going to play tight, get it to cross over the face.
Yeah, so we have Courtney Shaw getting ready to throw a peel weight shot at this. Get your popcorn ready, guys. See if we can hear any of the conversation. Oh, we heard the sweepers, but... Okay, so Courtney Shaw, final stone, third end. That looks narrow right off the get-go.
It really does. Sweeper's got to get on that hard.
It's gonna be on
wreck.
the top guard.
Crash on that red.
That was narrow all day. She slid out a little bit narrow and was never able to correct it. So, you know, that's...
Do we have another measurement?
That might be another measurement. That's really, that is really damn close now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's a measure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't feel bad for not being able to call that one because they can't call it either. All right, we know that blue's out. You can kick that. And we're going to measure.
Now let's see if they put the... they did notice that I sent somebody out to flip the measure.
They did. And there's a picture by this one, as we mentioned. There's a picture of how to hang the measuring device. So...
Now, the measure on this size are more accurate of the 2 measuring devices.
Oh, really? There's a more accurate measurement. I did not know that.
Yeah, this one actually measures to the 1,000th.
Oh, gotcha.
The other one goes to the 100th.
It doesn't usually come down to that anyway.
So we measure here in the third end at the 2019 His and Hers Bonspiel from the K&J Magnetics warm room.
Magnets are fun.
They are fun and cool indeed. The measure is taking place in the K&J Magnetics ice shed.
For all your magnetics needs.
You can do some really cool stuff with magnets. Now,
when we put some in the stones and some in the pin so we can draw the button, that'll be a good day.
Now, they had practice on this last day. Although this one does work a little bit different because being the thousands measurement, it goes around a lot more.
It does.
And it has the second deal to tell you how many times it went around.
All right, so they measured, and they still haven't decided. Now they need a third opinion.
Nope, they know it's red. They moved the stone.
They know it's red. All right.
Another steal, so it's now 3-0.
Wow. Well, this is Caitlin continuing her really good run at Bucks.
Yeah, definitely. Probably consider changing clubs. So calling the tight guard now. Going by the victory by paper cuts.
I'm always afraid of that, stealing 1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah, I've done that before. I'm really good at stealing. I suck with the damn hammer. And then, you know, I'll steal, and then give up freaking 5.
That's how it goes every time, right? This guard's a bit heavy. But stays at the top of the house, so now we'll get to see what Courtney's going to do with that one.
I think Courtney has to ignore it and set up a guard of her own. What she's going to do, she's going to guard the other side.
Guard the other side.
We have a Pride Month llama shirt.
There's got to be a good name for that, right? I don't know what it is. Happy to see a Pride Month shirt. Just be pretty high guard.
Gotta come on into a
draw
two.
To a two. Caitlin says, let's come behind that.
And if you get the split here, you're really going to make it tough for Courtney to get a multiple score here. The conventional wisdom would be to, oh, that's narrow as heck.
It sure is. It might actually push the blue in. You might not want to sleep with the sleep.
Now you're going to clear that and catch the other side, maybe.
Well, she's stepping up. She's going to I'm going to drag this blue one right into the house.
And indeed she does. It's going to go right to the top of the 4-foot. So now Courtney Shaw has an opportunity just with a simple takeout to sit to.
Oh, but that's not what she's calling.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Okay. I don't know why she was over there messing with her blue rock, but there we go.
She heard me.
All right. Well, she's inquiring as to which handle her second or her lead wants to throw.
Well, it's always important that you want somebody to throw what they're comfortable with.
Right.
I always found that coming inside out, it's a little easier to hold the shooter.
Yeah, right. And when you're throwing from the outside, you tend to, it's wide. It's a mental thing. It's swinging way out is hard.
And see, there you go. That one just spilled out.
You come inside, you catch the inside of the stone, you roll back into the house.
And well, if you're right, if you're outside, you have 1.5 foot of house left. Whereas if you're coming from the inside, you got 8 feet left.
Yeah. So we're going to have a takeout followed by maybe another takeout.
But I don't see people call it that way. Everybody seems to call outside in.
Right. But I like the inside out. I'd rather have my shooter deliver as narrow as possible. Delivering to the wings is difficult.
Well, especially, we're not exactly taking down the stage in nationals most days.
That's true.
A little easier to stay close to the center line. And now we have a takeout and
perfect nose hitch, hangs there.
Yep, so looks like we're going to trade hits here for a minute.
We're going to trade hits for a while until somebody gets to hide.
Laura throws it. Laura's sweeping it.
Well, they got to sweep hard. It's going to cross over the front. Is it going to cross over too far?
Hard for line, going hard for line. They're going to catch a piece. And it is going to just spill out, swept out.
So Taylor just draw under the guard now.
Yep. Stick one in there underneath some cover. Looks like it has plenty of weight. To be a 3 now, 4 now, 5 now, 5, a 6 and a 7. How about 8? How about 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 10? So Courtney's going to try to come underneath the same guard.
Try the same thing.
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't care. It's the wrong color guard. If somebody's going to run back throw a 12-foot run back on her, God bless him. That also
heavy?
That's also heavy. The teams are having a bit of a issue adjusting to our ice here.
It is tough. Late in the game down the center.
Maybe we got a clock on that ice. Another draw here. We're going to try to get a time here for you. Let's get a hog-to-hog time here. Well, that was 12. That's 12.
That's 12, and that's totally through, yeah.
That's hack for sure. Let's see what this next draw is. Another of the same call. Looked at, great opportunity to really study the ice because we get to see the same shot multiple times.
But at this rate, it is not going to be a big end.
No.
Courtney needs to hang a big number. Sweepers are watching a little more close. They're paying more attention here.
All right, this one's coming down, and we got 14-8. That's not bad. $14-8 with very little sweeping to the back 8. So we're in the 15 and change range.
Sounds about right for our ice for the middle of a game.
Yeah, well, we're in Bonspiel mode.
But a slip behind the tee line, so it gives Caitlin a chance to just draw right down on it.
It certainly does. And you find that at most clubs, when you're. All right.
Whoa, there you go. Phillies Mets.
They're on Thursday. Business person special. You want to go, Joe? I got an extra ticket.
Sounds fun. And she comes down a little heavy, but right in the right spot.
That's fine.
That's just fine. Doesn't leave the backing like she would have liked to sit on it, but still, line was all right.
Nice.
I'll take this moment to give a shout out to my daughter who sang the national anthem at the Phillies game 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's fantastic, Joe.
All right, she was with her whole choir, but still,
that's fine.
I could hear her the most.
That's fine. I myself sang the national anthem at the Veterans Stadium in 1998.
Woo! It's a long time ago.
Yep.
That's gonna over curl it.
Gotta go. Not bad at all.
Not bad. There we go. It's gonna be another draw down to it, I guess.
I think that would be the proper call, and that is indeed the call. Although that's not draw ice. That's decidedly hit ice, but you're up 3-0 right now. That's not a problem.
Right? Maybe you just get close enough to the tee line, you just bump it out. And
yeah, make him go away, right?
So what you looking to throw here? Like,
it looks like board weight.
Board weight with that ice. And that is a good firm throw.
That's board-ish. The line looks pretty good. It's working its way over.
I might start sweeping that now. There we go.
They're on it. Looks to be a fine shot. Oh, over curl.
Over curl is going to push the blue back onto the red.
Okay.
Didn't quite move it out, but there's still shot.
That's going to give Courtney an opportunity to throw a hit and roll to the open side to lay a firm 2.
There we go. That's tight ice. Now we're looking at a good control, maybe normal.
Yeah, probably a 9.5 or 10 second on the hug. Courtney likes throwing a bit of a firmer weight.
That guard shouldn't come into play.
Oh, if it comes into play, it's surely missed. Oh, they had to get on
tight.
that.
Isn't that very tight?
Absolutely. It's on the guard.
Oh, yeah.
That is already wrecking.
Just when I say it wasn't going to come into play, it totally does. They got to get on it so it pushes it out and not back into the house.
Okay, here, so
wow.
If you're Plainfield here, you have a couple choices. You can draw another one in, you can throw a guard, or you can split the house. What do you think, partner?
Wow, you know what? I'm throwing the guard here. I'd rather throw the guard. Even if you give up one, that's all right. If you split the house, you're risking, are you going to make it? Because if you miss it, high or low, Courtney can get a shot at that again for 2.
And with the relative, shall we say, insecureness of the weight calls for Plainfield so far.
Right.
I'd say the guard might be a better call because the heavy miss is okay.
You have more plan Bs.
Yeah.
There's not a plan B if you draw into the open side. There's no backing. There's nothing to hide behind. There's no backup plan. Although now she's looking to draw right. Maybe the button. With that ice, she's just going to say, hey, I'm just going to draw the button. I would actually rather draw inside out than outside in. As we've discussed before, being so far out can be tricky with the weight. You're going to hit some frost that hasn't been sweeped.
Yeah, this is a touch.
The sweepers haven't touched yet.
Definitely a touch further than we've been thus far. We are, of course, fighting frost here in the middle of June.
That's true, but hey, we're curling in the middle of June, so cheers to that.
That's right. You know, if you don't like that, go to the other club which has a Bontsfield this weekend. With free beer and wine. Okay, so the draw is away from Caitlin. Sweepers are watching it, but I think they should be sweeping it. Now they are. And it's going to stop short of the house.
Yeah, we haven't come down that side of the sheet this whole end. It's no surprise that it just got caught in frost.
Yeah, it's one thing you have to pay attention to as a front end and communicate that to your skip. You need to be mapping in your head where every rock has went so that when your skip comes down, you can give him or her an idea of what you think the weight's going to be, and maybe this is a little bit of a slower track. Because right now, Courtney has a hit and stick for 2, which would put this game right back into the normal realm.
Now she just had a shot at this last rock. She probably needs the same weight. She just came out too wide.
And dinner is ready. The Bucks County
Dinner is served. That's our dinner bell.
It's taco night. It'll be an explosive situation.
All right. She's definitely got the line this time. Sweep
She's
just to get by the guard.
Yeah, now you just don't want to jam on the one in the back.
You want to get on the outside as much as possible. And she does.
Nice hit.
Very nice hit for 2.
So after
Well done.
Absolutely. After 4 ends, it is Plainfield Curling Club 3, Potomac 2. So, Joe, why don't you take this opportunity to take a look around the barn?
Boy, take us around the barn. I'm going to need our sheet here. What do we got? Sheet. I'm going to start with sheet. With a sheet I can see the score on. Sheet D. Sheet D looks like
it's not as easy as you thought, partner.
It's not, because I don't know who the heck is who. I can tell you red is up 3-2, but who the heck is red? I don't know who's red.
So
I'm going to write this down. But
it's a Philadelphia Curling Club with Ian Alexander.
That's Ian.
Up by a score of 3-2.
And you know I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write red.
Over Plainfield. And over on Sheet C.
Sheet C is getting out of hand a little bit.
That's Bucks County up 9-2.
9-2. Michelle, another steal of 1.
And over on Sheet A.
Sheet A looks a lot like my game earlier. We have a 7-0.
And that's John DeYoung from Plainfield.
Plainfield running away with that one. You're the pro. You're the pro. Here's to Dave. To be fair, Dave knows everybody on the ice on a first-name basis.
There's an art to the recap, though.
There's an art, yes.
So we have a very high center guard from the Shaw rink.
Barely over, but hey, it counts.
Yep. Caitlin playing aggressive off the bat, just coming right in underneath of it.
It's pretty far out there. I don't know if it'll get under it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a corner guard. A very corner guard.
All right, we got 2 super high guards. That'll be fun.
We could get a -1 guard at some point.
We could. We talked about that earlier. If you hit a stone in play, your stone is legal, even if it's not over the hog line.
And they are flocking to the buffet line as if they are going to the electric chair.
I can smell those tacos.
We'll smell them later, too.
You got some refried beans up there, Dave?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I'm going for.
I've seen that enormo can, the food service size can of beans.
Yeah, that's what I usually buy, yeah. Well, your standard 14-ounce can at the supermarket,
yeah,
if it's on sale, cost $1.
$1 can, sure.
The number 10 can, which is about 8 of them,
at least,
cost, if bought by the case, $2.37.
How many cases do we have, Dave?
We have none at this point.
Okay.
Actually, we're actually through our supply. Makes me kind of sad.
Well, at the end of the season, I'm glad we're down to none.
Yeah.
We'll stock up again next year. So they're going to hit their 1 guard and make another one guard.
Well, that one's actually on the line, so we're at a 0 guard. Now, begin the season, get a case of black beans, a case of refried beans, and 2 cases of marinara sauce. Because if you ask the volunteer to make pasta, they never put enough sauce on it to survive reheating on a buffet line.
You need a lot of. You're gonna lose a lot of moisture.
You lose a lot of moisture. You had to. So if you're donating pasta to an event, it should look like soup, and when it heats up, it'll be fine.
Dave, we have 2 0 guards now.
Oh my goodness! Can we get the -1?
Can we get it? Remember, they hit that guard. Stone's legal, even if it's not over the line.
We are cheering for the -1 guard right now. I got the mink. Okay, so Caitlin calling to draw underneath the 0 guard and the 2 guard.
Yep. Sweeper's on it with a
It's going to
line call.
It's going to wreck on the 2 guard at least, I think.
Not the 0, but it's by the 0, but it's going to hit the 2.
And doink indeed.
But now that's the open side. It's really the only side we have to draw into.
Yep.
So now we're maybe like the last end, we're going to have a shot after shot until someone makes this.
Well, maybe they have a better feel for the throwaway at this point. They had an opportunity to look at it going in both directions. So here we go with Laura with a shot. Laura Yee with this one. It's past the high guard. Now it's all a question of weight. The sweepers want no part of it. Coming on down, and it's going to settle into the back 8 foot.
But we got one in play. Maybe not what they wanted, but at least we have something to work with.
We do, and Caitlin's going to draw down to the one in the back. As a very wise curler just told me, once a stone gets past the tee line, it's never getting any closer.
Sweeper's on this right away. It seemed like it was
That's heavy.
Heavy when it was delivered. Maybe it was for line that they're sweeping.
It has to be line only for sure, but
I think that's going to miss everything entirely.
Yeah, so maybe just a little bit off on the line call there. So let's see what Courtney does to counter that. She's going to draw underneath the pile again.
Yeah, we want something high in the house now. You want to counter, but you want to, at the same time, guard that draw to the button.
Absolutely.
I'd be all right with a little more ice on this, looking at where the guards are. All right, that's way pretty soft. Sweepers are on it right out of her hand. Not making it to the house, but it make the draw a little tougher.
That's not bad. I don't hate it.
So I think the draw down to that back one is there all day.
And that's what the call is. And adjacent to us right now is somebody who can make that draw all day. Captain draw, Kevin Brady.
Captain draw. You can open wide open, right? You can make that all day.
All day. Kevin Brady on Team Pring, which I was on last year.
Now that shot's pretty wide out of her hand.
Just a bit outside. It's starting to buckle, but I don't. Oh, lost handle.
Well, yeah, once you get into that outside frost,
yeah,
you're at a
it chewed in there.
heap of trouble.
Yeah, it chewed in there and lost handle. So opportunity here for Team Shaw.
Get that either draw under or just a biter at the top, either way.
And for a change, she's going to have a Laura throw a stone.
I think the sweeper's got to go.
Laura
I think
throws.
they got to get it there.
Yep, the Lauras are on it hard. Got to go. It's going to be a little bit on the second guard, top guard. Oh, we got the negative. No negative.
No negative guard. Closed the port a little bit, but it is still there.
And that's what Caitlin says. She says, put it down there. We have folks outside. It's beautiful and sunny here at the Bucks County Curling Club. Folks are playing bags outside.
On our very own custom-made Bucks County Curling Club cornhole set.
We have 2 custom-made cornhole sets. One was commissioned and made by a professional, and then Many Beers made the other one. This
just
one's
a little
just
heavy.
a skosh heavy.
Oh.
Oh. All right, so
You keep trying to draw that port over and over. Let's see if Courtney can solve this.
this reminds me of a Clover commercial.
And what's that?
You'll throw this draw over and over, over and over.
They keep throwing it. They keep sweeping it. It's going to get faster and faster every time.
And I don't think that's what they're taking into account when we've seen these stones skitter through now.
Right.
And I mean, this is going to be at this point. This line is fall out of the hack fest.
Throwing so many times, it's like throwing down the center any other time.
Let's see what kind of time we get on this. It's on the near end, so my partner can see it.
Her line is good. That's gonna come in right through. I was lower on the button there. Oh, I was like, it's 14 something.
That looks heavy. Indeed, it's heavy. It was 14 flat, I think.
Yeah. I'll hang around. Maybe it'll come into play.
I mean, they do have the hammer, the last stone advantage. So, Caitlin with... I apologize. Caitlin does have the hammer. And she's chasing here. It's not exactly where you want to be with the hammer.
No. But she can still... That draw is there, as we've seen.
And our game's playing a little bit on the slower side. Now, we are on a 95-minute clock, so you have to complete it 6 ends through 95 minutes in order to play a full 8. Or if not, you're playing 7. Or you're finishing end you're on and playing 1 more. Just by pace, we don't have a snowball's chance to make 8 ends.
No, so you gotta factor that in your strategy.
No, you have to. Yeah, you have to start thinking. I'd get off of that right now.
That is 13-8. So that's
going to be
hit and stick.
Hit and stick for second shot. And over on sheet A, John DeYoung is continuing his to have his way with the nutmeg rink. He's up 9-0 after 5 ends. Over on sheet D, it is Ian Alexander with a steal of 1, putting Philadelphia ahead 4-2 after 5, throwing the 6th. And we're still waiting for them to hang the score on sheet C, but it does appear to be another steal for Michelle Sheffer's rink from Bucks County. So they look to have their game against Marie Rose well in hand. So that's our look around the barn. And Courtney Shaw trying to throw the elusive draw, which no one can make.
I don't know. She may have made it. I think she got around it, and I think she took enough off of it. She's going to get right to the top 8.
That's not a bad shot at all. So,
at least Caitlin in a tough spot.
That stone is pretty well covered. What do you do here, Joe?
She's in a tough spot. If she draws down to it, it's She's not out counting, and if she goes to hit it, she's going to roll out and miss the one in the back.
Could he ever come the other way?
For the moment, I'm thinking, do you come the other way? Can you come around those outside red rocks and come back in enough to at least get...
Cut it down, right?
To cut it down. You need full weight.
Because if you cut it down to 1, then you're tied with hammer in the 6th end. Now,
right.
Mind you, you're only going to have 2 more ends to play.
Now, to her credit, she is looking at the other side. Sometimes you get so focused on the one side.
And she is looking at throwing a double raise on the 0 and 1 guard.
They're perfectly lined up.
They are lined up. It's going to be really tough to judge that weight.
Right. What do you throw at that? Back line? Back house. You got to throw back house something.
You got to throw hack, I think. Because you got to get 2 stones moving. That starting kinetic energy is a thing. Those stones have been sitting there for a long time.
They're frozen to the ice?
They're in there. They're in there. They were among the first stones of the end.
But I do think that's the right side to come down. If you come down the side they've been down, which was the right side, if you come down the right side of the ice, there's no good outcome. I think you have to look at this left side.
Yeah, so it's a tap on the left side to try to possibly score or at least cut down the Potomac rink. All right, looks like that's a shot that she's going to own.
That's the shot, and with that tight of a broom, she's coming pretty good at it.
Okay. Big shot here
she's way outside on the slide. She's going to miss everything entirely.
Yeah. I hope that it draws now.
Maybe it'll find something to dig in and just catch a bit of the 8-foot, but I think that is just sailing through.
And it goes through the tee line and through the back of the house, and it will be a steal of 2 for Courtney Shaw and Potomac. So after 5 ends of play, it's Potomac 4 and Plainfield 3. First call for Courtney is on the top 4. Throwing the left-handers in turn. Zach Gary's in the warm room in his usual Friday whites. So Kate looking for a corner guard, but it's going to end up being right about on the tee line. Be interesting to see how Courtney responds here. You're going to go drink. So the call for the takeout, it appears to be on the narrow side. It is going to get past everything. So Caitlin's looking to split the house here, not trying to overcomplicate anything here at all. We are coming down to 6 minutes and 20 seconds in the clock here, so this game is going to be destined to be 7 ends. All day. Two red stones in the house now. And back from his diplomatic mission to Hopland is Joe.
Hello, everyone.
Trying for the double takeout here.
Trying for the double. Even if she gets one, it's a good outcome. It's looking all right.
Well, without guards, that's kind of almost what gets one and gets the other one,
both.
and away you go. Very nice
Well
shot
done.
there by Lauren or Laura or something named Laura. They're all Lauras.
And I got to she'll remember that one as a second when you get that opportunity to throw a double and you make it. It's not often
Yeah.
they get that opportunity, and that's fun. That's fun.
Oh, no, that was a very fine shot.
So Caitlin's just going to ignore that blue, just draw behind it maybe. But that's cutting over pretty hard. If anything, she's going to bump the top of it.
Yeah, it's going to grab an edge of it. I fully expect Courtney to hit this rock.
And there she is lining up for the hit. All right, with that adrenaline of just making a double, can she follow it up here? Wait, she didn't throw the double. Yeah, she threw the double. I don't know if that was the third or fourth rock. Fourth rock. On hard to get the nose, hang around.
Very nice
Wow.
stone. Now, if you're Plainfield here, it's almost time to start thinking about maybe you can manufacture a blank end here. What do you think of that strategy, Joe?
Well, I think just about every time I play against you, there is a blank end involved in the game somewhere. You definitely love the blank. I don't think many skips think about that.
Especially when you get towards the end of the game, flipping the hammer to the right end is a big thing. And even though against...
Well, here she goes. She has hammer in 6 and 8 now. She
Yep.
flips it. That's not
Well,
to
there's
her
no, but there's
advantage.
going to be no 8.
There's going to be no 8. Because we're at 3 minutes on the clock. And when that clock runs out, you get to finish the end and play one more. So there are only 2 ends left. So if she does blank, then she gets hammer for last.
Yep.
7th being the last.
His handshakes on sheet A, and John DeYoung and his team do advance forward. John, congrats to John DeYoung, Mark Mooney, Darn Arsenault, and imported from Philadelphia, Ken Seaver. Along with 20 cases of Labatt Blue.
Is that what the going rate is for a trade?
That's what he needs to drink tonight.
So going for the hit way on the outside.
Yeah, Courtney's going to try to hit and stick.
Sweep it hard. It's
You hit and stick, you're going to get your fourth. That looks narrow.
Yep, it's one of those tricky way outside. It's hard to make those hits. She just needs a tiniest piece.
They're going to get it. Great sweeping by the front end. Good.
Wow.
Great job, Laura.
Kudos to Laura and Laura. Giving it all I got.
Oh, sorry, and Lauren. So now Plainfield's going to try to manufacture a deuce relatively the hard way.
Ooh. Drawing in from the open side. It's a long way to curl back in there.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I agree, a bold strategy. I don't know if that's the best one.
Mind you, they're in a tough spot here. I don't really know what the best shot is. Unfortunately, throwing it through the house is not the best shot.
No, I think that's going to stop.
You think?
They do get back. They touch the back one a little bit. Well, it does stop, but fourth shot is no good.
Fourth shot is no good. And the clock is getting ready to expire to 0, so sheet C between Pittsburgh and Bucks County will be only a 6-end game. Sheet D between Philadelphia and Plainfield will be entitled to play their full 8 ends.
And they're going to need it.
That's going to be a heck of a game.
That game is 3-4 in the playing in the 7th end here.
Right behind the tee line, you got to draw to that, Joe.
That's it. That kind of gives them an opportunity to salvage a little bit here. If they can freeze to that, they're going to either get one or give one.
Yeah,
either way.
Yeah, you just have to. Would you rather be tied without, or that's the age-old question?
That is. But at this point, she'd rather be that rather than giving up 3 or 4,
well,
which
yeah,
was looking at.
Yes. Right now, giving up 4 sucks. So we want anything but that.
Yep.
If you're throwing a red rock,
that's pretty wide. It's going to catch that blue on the outside and chip in.
Well, let's see where it skitters to.
Yeah, it's going to
skitter right on to being shot stone.
What a fortunate bounce there.
What a great outcome.
So is Courtney going to chase it or just
Courtney's going to
force it?
Courtney's going to hit that all day.
This shot brought to you by All Day IPA.
Yep. That is one of our beers on draft here. Founders All Day IPA. You can drink it all day.
All day. Not a lot of room to get around that top blue.
Oh, yeah. But frankly, even if Courtney were to wreck, it's a tough shot to make too, right?
It is.
That's only Courtney's first.
Right, because even if she opens this up, then she'll have a wide open shot to hit whatever is in front of her.
And here we go. Courtney with her first skip rock. It's a firm weight.
You got the angle. She gonna get by? I think she's
They're
by.
on a hard for line. You're gonna get past the top guard, and away it goes and picks it clean.
Picks it clean even. What a shot.
Great shot by Courtney Shaw there. So now Caitlin is gonna have to put that back.
There's really no other option. She really wants to sit on it tight and nose. If she gives Caitlin any kind of out to hit it, she's going to hit it again.
And we did have handshakes on sheet C. Michelle Sheffer and her team from the Bucks County Curling Club. Michelle Sheffer, Lindsay Poseel. Amy mentioned Stephanie Johnson will be moving on in the A event against Pittsburgh. Marie Rose, Amanda Marchitelli, Kim Odell, and Emily Mazurski. Still really close on sheet D. It's a score of 1 for Plainfield, so Philadelphia is up, and Ian Alexander is up 4-3 after 6 ends. And the house is interesting.
The house has a lot of red in it.
Yeah, and red is Team Philadelphia. They are noted communist. So Caitlin here with her first, with her first skip stone.
Looks a bit.
That's coming down. That yeah, but that's at least hack weight.
Oh, so maybe the hit and stay. No, that's on the blue.
It's going to be on the top one. Well,
and it didn't get it out.
The shooter did roll to be
5.
Okay, 5th shot. So
that's no good.
Yeah, that didn't help. I was trying to flip that on the sunny side.
We appreciate your optimism, Dave, but that one just, she'd like to have that one back. So Courtney's just going to block up the middle here.
Yeah, Courtney's going to throw it up there. Now, she can't guard both shots.
Can't guard everything.
So Caitlin's going to have a chance to dig her way out of it, at least to cut down the 1. Because the 4-foot's going to be available.
From one side or the other.
Correct.
Yes.
It's going to have to be a real, skip shot.
All right, we got to go. It's a pretty high one. Gets it.
Well,
Sleepers drag it to 2. He might have liked it a little closer.
Yeah, so I think he come with the come on the intern side.
And you got backing there.
You
sit on it.
backing.
You just have to sit on that one.
Got to make it. Got to make it, or that's going to be all she wrote. And that's kind of the face that Caitlin gave. She's like, gotta make it.
That's it.
So Caitlin Statkus, final stone in the 6th end. First draw of the A event. Well, final first draw in the A event, rather. And here we go. The stone's away.
She's out.
It looks like it has all the weight. Got to get past the guard.
Once they're past the guard there, I think they'll be able to hit and stay.
Oh, but they're not going to get past the guard.
Oh.
And
that's going to push them in.
Oh, dear
They're going to
Lord.
sweep that in for 5.
Oh, and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5
Ooh.
blue stones. And I said, well, that was unfortunate.
And that is all she wrote.
That will be all she wrote. So we have a final score of 9-3 in favor of Potomac Curling Club. So from the KJ Magnetics Ice Shed, Dave Schmel and Joe Weber. We'll catch you later.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.